Call the meeting to order, if we could, please. First, Nelson Fiscal Court will go into closed session per KRS 61.810 1C, where discussions of proposed or pending litigation against or behalf of a public agency. That will be at the tail end of our regular business meeting. First order of regular business would be the minutes. Minutes from the November 5th meeting, mailed to the magistrates.
I noticed, I'll make the motion to accept the minutes as presented.
I got a motion to approve the minutes as presented. Is there a second to the motion?
I'll make a second.
Second by Bernard Ice. Further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? The motion will carry. Next will be your bills list and additional bills list. Notice several payouts to the fire department for each of the volunteer fire departments for their training. Recreation support for Bloomfield and New Haven as we regular budgeted. Those were usually when tax money comes in, that's when we start coughing up our regular expenses. Try to answer any questions you may have on the bills list. There is on the additional bills list, the new truck at the road department will be in this week.
It's anticipated end of this week being in next, so I'd like to have that approved so that when it comes,
You go through the inspection
the
and
inspection, then we can release the check.
What about your snowplow? Did you get it?
So once we get the truck in, then we got to deliver the truck to somewhere else to get the snowplow put on. This is a different company that's doing it.
we've got it set up for pre-wired a lot
For
of
the
it.
lights and whatnot, but the hydraulics and letting it on, Truly is a different company, so.
Yeah, Snow Dog or
Yeah.
whatever the name of the
Yeah,
outfit is.
Madisonville.
Yeah. Gary and I met there
Yeah.
at that last
All right.
conference with
Oh,
them.
good.
I have a quick question on the MA housing contracts with other counties. Can you explain that?
Which one? We might have a couple.
Under
of
jail
those.
fund, contracts with other counties for MA housing,
Okay.
East Kentucky.
There is one inmate that we have that was uncontrollable at the jail.
Yeah, Eastern Kentucky.
Eastern Kentucky, yeah.
He was assaulting other prisoners. Every place we put him into, he would beat them up, take their canteen.
We have a dormitory style jail, and somebody in this facility can handle people that have that. It was a necessity over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
One weekend it happened.
Matter of fact, he was out of town when I called him.
Yeah, you called me.
So are they continue the housing?
He gets final sentence December the 5th, so after December 5th, he should be theirs, and that will eliminate that deal.
So we'll have another bill probably next month.
Yeah.
We'll have another bill next month for housing.
Probably.
We've done that in the past. We used our facility.
Like I say,
It's not equipped for
me and Dean
service.
talked about it, either do that or have a.
They're gonna lose a couple of employees.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It's violent.
yeah, he was being very violent.
And one more thing, under the vehicle repair for damage claims, is that insurance?
On which
The $7,000, first page. Library's budget.
Yeah, that's insurance.
Yeah, it's an insurance element, yes. Uh-huh.
That's all I have.
Election supplies, 21,600, is that in line with previous years, or?
Probably so. I haven't checked last year's.
Yes.
Usually they'll spend between the pre-election stuff you get, what, about $35,000, $40,000 on election?
45. Yeah.
45.
45 this year.
Yeah.
Well, it's been the last 2 or 3 cycles.
I'll make a motion, we pay the bills as presented,
And transfers.
and transfers.
I second the motion.
Motion's been made by Jeff, seconded by Eric. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Okay. The thing that, there's not an invoice on the bills list for this, but you guys, I made you aware of this about a week and a half ago. Over the Thanksgiving holidays, we want to, or Thanksgiving week, we want to put new flooring in at the planning and zoning office next door, and then the foyer leading into it. Over the years, that carpeting has had a beating, number one, all the contractors coming in. Number two, we had a lot of moisture in that side, especially the front side of the building at Cindy's office as well. And we think it's time to replace that for health and safety reasons. we're putting a more solid flooring in it, like the clerk's basement. You ever been in the clerk's basement? Something can be managed easier with those heavy, especially the heavy file cabinets that sit on them. And I gave you guys, I don't have it right here in front of me, not about $9,100, I believe is what it was.
Yeah, I first thought that was kind of high, and then I started thinking about moving all them file cabinets. I was going,
Just 50.
how many?
50.
Well, we're doing it jointly with Corbin, so they're not getting away. We're going to have the inmates help them.
is that?
It's like it looks like a wood, like the clerk's, you've been in that clerk's basement?
It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been a
It's that
while.
real heavy vinyl type of,
Yeah.
it looks like wood grain. But,
Moisture resistant and all
and
that.
then when you lead into the hallway by the elevator, all that will be done, that will match as you go into the office. Because you notice, you take a look at it when you go out there, how dirty and filthy it is.
Mhm.
So with that being said, I need court to approve that, Corbin's bid on that, $9,100.
I'll make the motion.
Motion been made by Bernard Ice, second by Gary. Further discussion? All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. It's not just the materials you're paying for in the lane. They've done it kind of over the Thanksgiving holidays too, so it made it a little more, try to minimize the downtime at the planning zoning
And we
office.
will be closed next week.
Basically, you're off 2 days anyway, so it worked out pretty good. Second reading of the zoning regulation amendments. You guys approved on first reading, advertised for a second on that. Entertain a motion to approve on second and adoption. That was to change the square footage from 5,000 to 10,000 square
Oh, the
footage.
Dollar
And
General.
like the Dollar General and other people go into the villages.
I'll make a motion, we approve on second reading, on the regulation.
Motion by Jeff Lear, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Gary. Any further discussion? All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Next would be a resolution for LaRue County Water District. I had that on the agenda last court meeting and made some modifications to the language. As you know or may not know, LaRue County provides water service in some of the south end of the county since 1994. And they're getting ready to do some upgrades. They just want a new resolution authorizing them to work in our county, and they'll coordinate with Brad on any bores or digs that they have to make.
Well, you've got a pretty good working relationship with them anyway, don't you?
Yeah, we do this similar with other people, but they come through us to obtain what we call an encroachment permit, which means we review it, we agree that there's other issues out there and why they would be in right away or that they can't be in right away. So it's key and integral. I think you guys put good language in there that they come through us and the magistrate for approval.
Yeah.
So it's basically for some existing customers, it's not to build for new?
Exactly, it's just upgrades. It's a good thing.
Come all the way down to Stillwell Road, all through there, it's the root out here.
Got you.
Through the ball.
Those are
Patton
burners,
Road, I'm
I'm
sure
sure.
it carries all that. You don't get Patton, he gets
No, it's
Patton.
still
doesn't
Patton, that's all we're doing there.
he? Yeah.
Clear down to the.
But we've got 7 water districts in Nelson County.
Lee probably don't better.
I think that's what Jim Lamo told me. We have 7 different water districts.
City, Bloomfield, City of Hartson, North Nelson's 5. I believe 5.
5 include Marion. Yeah. Marion County serves the Melville Lake area, and 49 coming up to a certain point. But anyway, we were able to get water back in the day when water was,
Oh, yeah,
it was a much needed deal. But
It's a lesson.
Stillwell Road all through there.
motion, entertain the motion to approve this resolution.
Also make a motion.
Motion been made by Keith Metcalf, second by Bernard Ice. Further discussion? All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Extension Board appointments. Two vacancies are coming due. Actually, they fulfilled their terms and wish to continue to serve, basically. You have Joseph Rogers and Cleo Felon. I always did have trouble with Cleo's name. Everybody know Cleo? Very dedicated to the 4-H and extension service. Entertain a motion to approve those two for reappointment to the Extension Board.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Jeff. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Keith. Further discussion? All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? The motion will carry. Next will be a proclamation that the mayor and I have been asked to bring to you guys. The resolution proclaiming November 16th to the 24th as National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week in Nelson County. This has actually gone through the Bethany Haven and the other organizations involved in the community and helping those. Mayor and I together will sign a proclamation jointly. I think it's Thursday morning. I just want you guys to be aware of it. As a matter of record, no approval technically is necessary on this, but for matter of record, will you put it in the court minutes, please?
Where will that be signed?
This will probably be signed either, it's going to be here or downstairs in the conference room. Mayor's coming up. We have a meeting Thursday morning, and right after that meeting, we'll be getting together.
Which mayor?
Mayor Heaton.
There's several mayors.
That's right. EMS report,
No report today, sir.
recreation report.
All buildings at the park, Dean's Park have been winterized and water shut off. Girls' retirement play starts this weekend for Little League girls and adults.
Jail report.
As of this morning, we had 144 inmates, 44 are state, 100 are county. We have 58 working for circuit court cases, 42 for district court, total of 107 males and a total of 37 females.
I will be sometime in probably the second meeting in December asking the court to approve I'll get with the personnel committee to approve a new slot for new personnel for Buck. We are running short from time to time on full-time staff. As you know, we had an incident down there a few weeks ago where one of our employees got hurt pretty bad, and we need to beef up our staffing a little bit. But I'll be bringing you that. And they'll be within our budget. Last couple of years, they've done well. Dorcas did well on the money, and you guys continue to do well on the money. So we need to reinvest in some help down there. You know, the part-timers, you can spend all you want on those because they don't have the benefit, but the full-timers, you guys have to approve new slots. Road Department report, Simpson Creek road closing request.
So per KRS 178-070, when we go through this process, you guys as fiscal court have to appoint the two viewers. We can't just pick two, so Eric would provide two names for that process, and you guys have to appoint that before we go out there. I want to make sure we follow the
Eric,
proper
did you get a chance to get a
procedures.
couple of people?
Yeah, I've talked to a couple of people about it that would be willing to go down there and take a look at it. It's Alan Atcher and David Bishop.
So neither one of those have property back there, because I've checked that. So they can't have a vested interest in. Right. So those two will be.
So I need
Yeah,
the court
I thought
to
they
approve
were-
those two fellows to go out and view the property, make sure it's not going to be an inconvenience, and report back to the court with the county engineer, I believe, is there as well.
I'm there, those two, Eric can be there, and that's really all that needs to be there.
Okay.
And then I will give a report back to the court. We've already posted our legal notice down there, but we got to do it in 3 locations, 1 mile of the area and in the paper. So all that's already been taken care of. Then I'll bring that back to you guys on the December 3rd meeting.
Eric, can I get a motion to approve those two fellows?
I'll make a motion to approve David and Alan.
Second by Jeff. Further discussion? All approved, say aye. Disapprove? Motion will carry. Rest of your report, Lee?
We replaced the culvert on Evans Cecil Lane. It was in pretty bad shape. Did some repairs on another pipe on Light of Cecil Lane and Anthony Greenwell Lane as well. We repaired a pipe on Alley Court, which is in Creek Chase subdivision. And
That's the cross drain, remember the lady kept calling about? Ashley?
Yes, I know exactly where
So
you're
we hooked
talking
her
about.
up.
Good.
took care of that. We did install a pipe on Fairfield Cemetery Loop. That should help some drainage issues that we was having on the road in that area. And we replaced a pipe on Keith Knob Road. It's actually a hole in the shoulder that was repaired. Did some ditch work on Barnes Road, and we installed a swell to deal with some washout issues.
Same problem I was
Yeah, we fixed the shoulder on Shady Lane. Actually added some concrete to the shoulder. There's a problem where a creek pretty much runs right perpendicular into the road. Has to make a 90, so we put some concrete in there to help that. Did some ditch work on Hilton Lane and Cedar Grove Road. We did have to do some minor de-icing last Tuesday during that 2-inch snow that we had. Very few issues that we had. 3-4 spots.
Solid off?
We used 2 tons of salt.
I like that.
2 tons.
Until you get the call that we didn't use enough salt.
$150. That was a good trial run anyway.
We sent I sent my grade all crew out there to the landfill for 2 days to take some of our scrap metal to Waddell's for recycling. And we got that cleaned up pretty good. And sent a crew out there for a day to haul some dirt and scrap concrete to help them out. So we just wanted to do that while it's dry before heading into these wet winter months. So they'll have a little stockpile of dirt and scrap concrete. That's all I have.
Any questions for Lee?
I just want to say I appreciate all the work you guys are doing. I mean, I don't see how you keep up with it. I really don't. It seems like it.
Lee's pretty organized.
All over the place. They're all over the county too. I mean.
We're going to try, as the weather permits, to do some shoulder clipping. We really need to do some of that. We've gotten away from it over the past year or two. I know talk to Keith about that. We'll be smart not do it in front of people's yards and whatnot, but in the rural areas, what happens, guys, is it just holds the water on the road.
Everybody understand what he's talking about, the grass has tendency to grow over top of the blacktop on the edges.
Right.
And you have to clip that grass off where the water can run. You always crown your road a little bit in the center where water can run off. Well, water won't run off if you've got that much mud and grass and stuff on it.
So we're on all lane today, it's a real bad area in that spot. And Ponce Water people are right, we just need to get back to doing
You
it.
guys remember the county had an old machine that did that?
Yeah.
I think that the grader did it, but this machine rode in behind it. They're obsolete anymore.
Yeah, it had a conveyor
That little
belt on it.
conveyor thing that did that, yeah.
The way we do it now is take the grate off and load it out, so you don't create that mess, especially this time of year where it's kind of muddy. So we'll grab that material and load it out,
Pretty interesting.
and that way we don't.
Well, there's a lot of areas you'd all be able to use the grader too.
But you gotta be careful, some
Yeah.
people don't want that dirt.
Well, I can see that, done that in front of their house.
Right.
The grade all deal, but, I mean, some of my roads, it's back and back, you know, you probably use a grader.
What's your cell phone number again?
He's that guy. Brad's telling the truth.
I'm in trouble up maybe one time.
No.
I thought it'd be a piece of cake, it wasn't a piece of cake.
It's a little heavier than you think. it is.
Yeah, I was wore flow out.
Bernard, also I got a crew, they're gonna be going out to Lick Creek to fix that ditch before the bridge.
Okay.
Clean that out, and we're gonna start doing some ditch work on Bennett's Lane. There's ditches that have silted in, and we're gonna clean those out.
Okay, thank you. Landfill solid waste report.
Our holiday schedule will be closed for Thanksgiving on Thursday, so we'll be open Friday and Saturday. So Thursday's garbage will be picked up on Friday, Friday's garbage will be picked up on Saturday. Other than that, just thanks for Lee for sending guys out to help out. And then our free passes, they'll be sent out in the mail in December, so watch out for those.
So what about your Christmas schedule? Christmas Day falls right in the center of the week, right?
Be the same scenario.
Same scenario, so we'll be closed on Christmas Day, and after that,
You work
a day
Christmas
behind.
Eve.
Yes, we work
That's a
Christmas
holiday
Eve.
for most employees, but you guys will get the
Yes.
time on that.
Right. The only day they take off is that Wednesday, the 25th.
Yes, same thing for New Year's too, so it's the exact same thing. So we're closed Wednesday, be a day behind the rest of the week.
That just helps the meeting.
I'm telling you, that is, for those garbage guys, that week between Christmas and New Year's,
It's busy,
wow. It's special.
very busy.
And old and new business, Matt,
I'd like to ask the sheriff a question. Whatever happened with the Explorer program?
That's the city, wasn't it? Or you talking about-
Explorer pickups or Explorer program?
program itself.
The Explorers kind of went away since the Louisville media. But our Explorers are still in limbo.
What about the Explorer vehicles then?
They're still in limbo.
They're being made today, they say.
No.
We've called how many times, Randy?
We've gotten several different answers.
Yeah.
Where in the world hurting on vehicles? Captain Jones threw a rod in his engine. I know that he does not a rough driver on him, so it's in that Conway's waiting on the engine, and apparently it's on back order. Don't know when they'll get it. So,
What model is it?
2 years. Got 40,000 miles.
Can the rod run that?
Wow.
Okay.
On warranty?
It's, that's the good news. It's under warranty and waiting on it. You know, just hoping we'll get some Explorers. If not, I would want the fiscal court to table the idea of purchasing other vehicles. We're still waiting. You're looking at 3 to 6 weeks delivery time from the point that they're made, and then 4 to 6 weeks sending to L&W, put equipment in. So you're looking at March before we see any vehicles.
Understand. You can't pull them out of the sky.
We can purchase something else.
You get the Dodges, and
We can purchase something else. I mean,
they get complaints from about the Dodges, you know?
well, the Dodgers are not holding up, and I just,
Everybody is fully aware of this problem, I hope. If you're not, you know, it's been going on for 6 months to 8 months, so.
and maybe an idea to throw it out there is, let's order, we know that we're gonna buy 4 next year. Let's order them now. We might get them in
I
July.
already asked the mayor, the Conway Heating dealer, to go ahead and arrange. I can't give him a PO on it because the court hasn't approved the budget, but I said, you know, we're buying 4 every year for the last 15, 20 years. Go ahead and give them on the lot for us. He's gonna do, he's talking about doing that.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
We don't have to bid them out?
Yeah, but
They're state contract.
they're state contract price, it's, you know, but we do bid them, just for, there might be something else out there. We do go through the process. Okay? Entertain a motion at this point to go out of regular session into closed session per KRS 618101C, where discussions of proposed or pending litigation against or behalf of the public agency. Motion by Bernard Ice, is there a second to go into closed session? Second by Jeff Lear. All approved, say aye. Disapprove?
Judge, real quick.
Motion carries.
We have a special meeting for E911 board at 3 o'clock. Just wanted to make you guys aware of it, and it's regarding our interlocal agreement. We're trying to clean it out and whatnot.
Okay?
Location? Sheriff's office.
Clear the courtroom? Yes. I'm glad you said that nicely. Okay. You get Randy, there he is.
There he is.
I'm going to leave you out, Randy.
He blends in the crowd.
We both might fall asleep then. At this time, I entertain a motion to go out of closed session and back into regular session.
Motion.
Motion by Gary. Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second.
My goodness, easy motion, first good make. Second by Eric. All approved, say aye. Disapprove? The motion will carry. In our closed session just a few minutes ago, we were discussing a lawsuit that most of the counties are becoming more involved with, and this is the opioid lawsuit against some pharmaceutical companies. And while we've been involved in the dialogue for that for months, maybe even probably close to a year now, probably, we discussed some options, and I want to call on the county attorney to give a report.
Well, there's 3 kind of options that can go. They're unfortunately rather complicated, involving class actions. There's multi-district litigation in Ohio that's going on. There's also another group who has filed, another group of attorneys who's filed a class action lawsuit here in Kentucky that puts you not only in the Kentucky litigation, but also in the MDL litigation. That would be my recommendation to fiscal court, that we employ the law firm of Michael Grabhorn, Grabhorn Law, to file not only Nelson County in the MDL litigation, but also the state class action that's going on as well.
Entertain a motion to approve the recommendation that Matthew just made to us, going with those dual options.
I'll make a motion.
Motion been made by Bernard Ice, is there a second?
I'll second.
Jeff was first.
Okay.
Jeff Lear seconded. Further discussion?
Just clarification, this is no cost to the county unless we go.
Right.
That is correct, yeah. And their fee for that representation is 30% instead of the traditional 33%, so it's 30% total, and they advance all expenses.
Further discussion? All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? The motion will carry. This time, entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Motion been made by Eric. Is there a second to the motion? Second by Gary. All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Thank you.
We don't have any further discussion.